This is the Simpit. I'm Michi Hoyer. Welcome to today's edition of testing here in rFactor 2 in the VEC, so the Virtual Endurance Championship. Coming up with the 12 hours of Sebring right on the upcoming weekend. I would like to welcome you guys here to the testing and chatting stream we're gonna have in the rFactor 2 simulation. Gonna have some easy talk today. We're already sitting in the car, we're already sitting in the sim, going out straight away, and surprise surprise, we are in night conditions here. So we turn our headlights on to go out, have some fun, have some testing. Need to do that in the race as well, so the 12 hours obviously being held also in, well, part-wise nighttime condition. Danielle is joining us on the server. That is nice to really see, and what will also be nice to see would be my Dash Meter Pro working. So I should probably enable, yes, the wireless LAN and be fine. Now start getting together here with the car. Remember, the damn LMP car has no freaking brakes. Every single time you brake for the first time. Here it comes. Brakes. No brakes whatsoever. Ow. Yeah, sorry. I'm just getting ready for the shit here. Hey there, Andre. I can't wait for the shitstorm to happen. Let me see if I can turn off something real quick here, as performance is not as its best. But that could also just be nighttime here. Hey Andre, so here we go. Yeah, I saw that thing about the frame rate as well. I mean, it's Sebring, you know. We had those issues. Maybe it's better now. Oh, now I forgot about this brake thing. Here we go. So yeah, the frame rate is not consequently at 90. So we may need to fix that somehow. It's also way too early on the brakes. I need to fix even more. I need to tilt my monitor back forwards again. You're going forwards to see there, Andre? Okay guys, let me fix a few things here straight away. Since I can't see this is not working very well. Where is my little book? Or something else? Where is my book? Book. There it is. So first, we tilt the monitor forwards, because that is a little bit up high. That will screw up the view here for a certain amount. I'm disconnecting something just by touching the webcam. That's always good. Okay, that is the first thing to do. The second thing to do is to leave the track and check on some settings here. Okay. Not actually like you would expect the simulation to not be ready of dealing with it. However, let's see. Oh, anti-aliasing. We put that on a little lower. No post effects. The stream is gonna look really bad on Saturday, but I have no other choice really than to turn down the So now it doesn't show me any servers. That's great. Let's restart this damn thing again. Yes, Sven, we are at Sebring. How was your race today? Yeah, something new, rather not. IndyCar's back this weekend with MotoGP. Well, that's great news, at least for some. I need to check. There seems to be something running in the background so heavily that it really cuts off the performance here on my machine. I can only guess at what that is. Alright. Heading back into the game. If it would let me see servers. What? Okay, it seems like my matchmaker of rFactor something has died. Let me find a server in alternate way. This is a great start, really. Servers. You have no games that appear to... I have no rFactor 2 servers. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, we're gonna restart Steam. So guys, this has more turned into a chatting stream rather than anything else as of right now. I'm not sure what died there in the background. But seemingly rFactor 2, either the Michi make. So I got this now. You think Steam is down? Oh boy, I better should not have dealt with the damn Well now, okay, if Steam is dead, we're gonna find a fix around that real quick, because we will just go into the drive, rFactor 2, bin 32, and we fire up the XE manually. So with that being done, that should bring me to the launcher actually. If I fire up the launcher. And with the launcher being up, okay, I mean we do not see any servers, so all I can do now is test offline, which is better than anything though. No, Danielle, you do not need... I do not need Steam for an offline run. I agree that I do need Steam for running with servers. So I got autosave on the real road. I just hope that it is what it is, or it is what I need. Then I can at least have some drive. It won't be too interesting for you guys to see the running. Steam's down. I think that is the last time that happened is like ages ago. You better bookmark your favorite servers all around the globe, so you can access them without looking into Steam Matchmaker. Happens every Thursday. I don't think so. Right. Let's see what we can do then. Now I should not have the should not need to tilt the monitor, but okay, it is what it is. Well, Danielle, if I got that rim or not should probably be already known to you if you browse through my library, but to answer your question in short, yes, I have received that ACR GP. But won't use it as of right now. So how are you guys doing at the moment? It's Thursday, weekend is so near. Any plans for you guys on the weekend there? Yeah, but you are right. It's a replica of the Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 wheel. Oh, Martin, who would have thought? Actually, Paul, it is no defect as such because the glass itself seemed more or less fine. I saw some piece of fiber behind the glass on the LCD screen. How bad the situation really is, I probably only will find out when, well, having it on the rim, finished the custom build around it. Before that, I probably won't know. No, of course it does not display the Mercedes logo, but I thought about finding a way trying to implement that. But in that regard, I'm a very, very untalented IT guy. Yeah, very true, I agree. This will be very cool, but as I said, I'm not sure if I can find a way implementing it. Well, I'm not sure really what they did. The entire wheel came with a lot of cotton fiber. But you know, you would say it is full of dust when you receive it, despite it isn't. So there was a lot of fiber anyway. How much of an impact that was to the actual production floor, I can only guess, you know, or how much of a circumstances there, where it was assembled and whatnot. So can't really say. Yeah, to sum it up, it's not really what I expect for a €1,800 wheel. I told the guys about it, and yeah, I don't want to get further into detail as of right now, as I'm not sure yet what I'm really going to do. But as a matter of fact, I'm not very entirely as happy as I should be receiving it. Hey there, Larry. Thank you, and greetings to Scotland. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining. Larry, this is rFactor 2, and I would recommend this each and every day. I consider this the best simulation that is possible to be driven as of right now. High performance vehicle dynamics, high performance vehicle physics being simulated to the wheel, being simulated, nice racing, online racing, offline racing, simulation of rain, simulation of an evolving track, lots of features, moddable content. The list of advantages is endless, and at the same time you have to admit though that there is also a list of bugs, obviously, but you get a lifetime subscription to the game for I think €28, and there's some paid content on it, but it's really worth the effort, really worth the payment. So I definitely recommend this simulation. Any general setup tips for Sebring? High, mid, low, wing, suspension tips? Since you're racing in VEC, and others are as well, this is a highly competitive grid. I'm not going to talk about setup tips for this specific car here too much. You can see the road is quite bumpy, so that gives you a hint on how to set up suspension and dampers. I hope you can understand me not going too much into detail here. Appreciate it. Victor, I bought a Mercedes F1 replica from Simulaye from Spain. And yes, it's for a direct drive. Just kinda insane, so much grip on the car.
47.02.
Hey Luigi, how you doing? You hope to see me where exactly? Danielle, you say Assetto Corsa Competizione has improved a lot. I have to admit I haven't checked them out, so I may need to do that. Oh shit. Didn't they say something like entirely recode the engine or recode fundamental physics?
That was a 1:47.62.
Larry, of course, you will get known about that on Saturday though first. So we're gonna fiddle that out. I'm most likely starting the car. So practice 15:55 CET, qualifying 16:15 CET, and green flag drops 1700 CET. All this live here on the Michi Simracing channel and the SimPit main channel, where we're gonna broadcast the onboard from this particular car. In the car with me is going to be Joao Pita's ACR Zakspeed teammate, and yeah, about the lineup, which guy drives when, we haven't spoken about yet, but I'm pretty much sure I'm going to start the car, and then well, we're gonna change every back and forth then. So we still need to fiddle that out, but that's indeed the plan as of right now. Oh, there goes the pylon, dead. Martin, you're right. That also consists of the fact that the Sebring version of rFactor 2 has been laser scanned later, way later than the iRacing one, giving it, of course, much more accuracy and is much more dated.
That lap was a 1.
Like to ask a good question. I'm not sure if there's any rain forecast for Florida as of right now, but since Florida is a location where it could always rain out of the sudden, we're about to find out on Saturday, I guess. Danielle, as it stands, you know, Virtual Endurance Championship rules do not allow me to host the server for testing. If I'm fine to host the server with that car dead. Yeah, Victor, I really heard they were recoding a lot, so well, it is inconvenient for them, but if it helped the issue and if it made the sim a better sim, well, then I think they did a good job in the end, you know, and that's what all it is about. I mean, the community should not be as much bitching as they are, me including. It's still a pre-beta, or beta access, whatever you want to see it. As a matter of fact though, it's not a finished game yet, not a finished sim. Therefore we should all be a little more patient, I think. Hey there Philip, how you doing? You won't find the wheel on that website. If you want to find the wheel, you need to check out Aguri Simulations, AUGURY Simulations. They sell the OSW together with Simulaye F1 rims, a very basic one, and the F1 Mercedes replica one. That's how you get access to, yeah, to the product in question. Oh, you just got to work. That's nice, Philip. Oh, you mean a Setta Corsa Competizione? Well, yeah, I need to give it a proper try, though. Well, they said something like the first quarter of 2019, although I kind of admit I don't think they're gonna keep that. Oh dear, oh dear. Dead outside. Yep, Victor, that is true, and therefore, as a matter of fact, I'm not in accordance with the quality. If you're part on the Patreon program, you know what I'm talking about. That is nothing I will post into the very public as of right now. Until I've fully decided yet, but the guys on my Patreon program, they know exactly what I mean. It also feels damn nice, Victor. I mean, I had it in the hands. I also tested it a little off stream. So putting it in front of the desk and just let the AI run a little on the computer and see how the wheel works. And therefore, I'm absolutely amazed by the amount of information you see on the screen, by how the LEDs are working, the accuracy. So quality-wise, in terms of software and functionality, I have nothing to mourn as of right now. But of course, it hasn't been in service yet. So that needs to be set definitely. Oh, the damn bombs. Sunset Bend is still incredibly hard to drive with that car. Well, I mean, only the screen. What if you receive a new iPhone or you receive a new, I don't know, Samsung Galaxy S10, and you fire on the screen and you see a piece of cotton fiber being inside the phone, and you can't access it to remove it, and you have this black dot everywhere. You have some kind of dots. They are sitting inside the glass that you can't access and remove. You also have scratches around the LCD screen or around the LCD glass, which have been yeah, seemingly got into the wheel while assembling, and probably, I don't want to say careless assembling, but I think you guys know what I mean. What was the weight of the Akira? Phew. I would need to put it on a scale, but 1.5 to 2 kilograms, something in that area. It was quite massive. When did they release Build 6 actually? Was it Wednesday you said? So... oh, there's some stupid bump that needs to be obeyed. That's for sure. Okay. So, we're gonna restart the stint. JT, hey there buddy. Yeah, I agree. Although I have to say it's too bumpy to my liking, but that's probably just how Sebring is, isn't it? Lol. Danielle, you had a very good timing then, I guess. Good thing is you can pause this. And I need to adjust something here on the dash. Preferences. LED shift lights, overrule the preset threshold. There we go. So we can finally go on. Well, Philip, I'm happy to try out your version. We just need to ship it all the way over from Sweden to here. I hate cold brakes on this freaking car. It is so realistic though. Monza and Nissans. So that is what is in my well, that's probably still in the to-do list. So it was released yesterday, you said? Monday. Nah, I haven't kept up with things. Even yesterday or on Thursday when there was the release of the BMW on iRacing, guy was like, do you not stream today? And I'm like, what shall I stream? Oh, there's the release of the BMW. And I was like, nah, I missed it. So, yeah, that is what's currently going on in my head. Yeah. Oh, I know that, Danielle. Fuck. Looking forward to this, Philip. Very much so. But now I'll try to put on a proper stint here. It is so interesting that the industry always has to bring out a hotfix right the other day after the release. It's like I do not know any other game that has just been released and was just fine apart from Minecraft. Hey there Nata86, how you doing? I'm doing well, thank you very much. Well, I definitely have to check it out myself. I'm just not sure whether I do this week still because yeah, this 12-hour Sebring race is rather important to me because I want to somehow for once finish up higher than 7th.
That lap was a 1:46.84.
Probably should go in first here. They actually do stick far out of the wheel. It's interesting. I also mailed the guy that made the wheel about the flaws as far as I could see them. And interestingly, 2 of the 3 knobs were standing out pretty a lot. Just as you say in the video, they look like being far away from the wheel. So I marked them, the ones that were far away with a big gap to the actual rim. And the third one on the very right, that was actually like kind of touching the rim, you know, like that felt or looked like being properly fit. However, he replied that he oversaw the problem with a third knob. So actually they are intended to be apart from the rim by just half a centimeter or something, and I was like, what? Really? But actually that seems to be the way this wheel is designed, so yeah, I agree with you though. Yep, exactly, that's what I see as well. Weird quality for 1800. Some of my German friends also noticed me about something on that wheel, and yeah, as I said, I'm not as happy as I assumingly would be for receiving a 1800 euro value wheel, but okay, it is what it is right now. Old Fard, hey man, how you doing? Hope you're doing alright. And also welcome to today's stream. Philip, I hear you. I hear you so much. And I'm pretty happy to still do that race with a G29. Don't get me wrong. And having said everything, as of right now, I'm very sorry to not being able to bring you up more overtaking action here live on the track. It is just that, yeah, you know, with the servers, or with Steam being down, I'm left no other opportunity really. Well, Paul, you know, every single time I mailed the guy, he replied sort of within 24 hours. And this time I also mailed the guy, and he replied within 3 hours in a very pissed manner, saying, okay, I should pack the wheel again, and he sends me UPS saver and then returns me the money. Well, I actually sent confirmation on the very same day, saying like, okay, you can get the wheel picked up on the place where UPS dropped it by the next Monday. Never received the label, never received an answer so far, and right now it's Thursday evening. The answer is 5 days overdue, so I'm not even sure if I will get my money back if I would send it back, you know. That is my current feel, and this is everything I'm going to say about this as of right now. Danielle, there will be a DD wheel this summer. I'm just not sure which one yet. I mean, the base is there. There will be some rim. I'm looking for a rim, no doubt. So I will come with that, and yeah. Hey there, Max Cotton Drifter. Thank you so much for joining, and also Larry Patterson. Holy shit, man! Thank you so much for that donation. That is awesome support as of right now, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, you guys are so great. Getting quicker and quicker here in the LMP2 car. So that definitely feels good. 1:46.6. Yeah, Paul, I can say with full, I'm not even sure what to say here, but that surprises me as well. Like, you know, the guy, it all started back then. The guy said, okay, it's gonna be shipped the second week in February. And then second week in February I was asking him, okay, you said it's gonna be shipped now, so what's the deal, what's the status, what's the current plan? Oh yeah, he's having some live health issues and stuff, he's delayed, he's gonna send it next week Friday. Actually, he was on time with that, but yeah, everything afterwards was rather disappointing. You know, I wouldn't blame him if the customer support would have been in a very different way, I want to say. And that is a bit... that is really what hampens me here. Whoops. Max, thank you so much. Thanks for the charming words. Appreciate that. I can tell you that I could not drive like this and talk like this at the same time for a very long time. Indeed, so that required quite some practice, I want to say.
That was a 1:47.10.
Yes, exactly, Paul. So, Aguri, the moment I put down the order at Aguri Systems or Aguri Simulations, they replied with a mail saying, okay, thanks for the order, this is going to be split up now, so the rim has been taken care of by Simulaye, the OSW will be provided by Aguri, and the OSW pretty much arrived 10 days after order. And that is well, a very reasonable period of time to get such a thing out. Not sure if it was in stock or anything. I'm pretty sure that the Simulaye Akira GP wheel has also been handmade and individually been put together once ordered. But still, I think you guys know what I'm trying to say here. In the meanwhile though, I'd like to thank you so much, XESTGR57. Thank you for your follow-up there on Twitch, man. Appreciate it. Right, and I saw some more text messages. Bear with me, just need to take that corner. There we go. Old fart. I have neither tested, or I have not tested either of these hardware things, but I'd probably go with a Fanatec. Woohoo! Steam is back.
7.43.
But you know what? I'm just gonna stay here because I want to get some confidence in lapping. The traffic practice can still be done later. So for right now, we're gonna stick with that. So I can take a little bit more care about communities and messages and stuff. Yeah, Paul. I'm not saying I have a right to be frustrated. I think, you know what? The Simulaye guy also has a right to be frustrated dealing with me. So yeah. Yes, Larry Patterson, once again, big shout out to you. Saw that donation 5 minutes ago. Also, we had a little gift being played, so once again, big thank you for your support here, and I appreciate that a lot. Really overwhelmed with the support you give, and also not forget to mention the support that's been given by Michael Clark for countless donations, and I'm very grateful for all of you guys. I'm very grateful for every little donation and every little support you guys do, whether, yeah, as I said, whether this is a donation, whether this is a like, whether this is a post, a share, subscribe, whatever. Guys, if you like what you see and if you want to support me, check out the links in the descriptions, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the social media pages, and yeah, you will always keep updated what's going on here. And at that point, I'd like to thank all of you guys for sitting here each and every day, each and every time, having a chat, having feedback, having discussion, having thoughts, while we're kissing the grass here out of turn 1. That needs to be a little more improved towards Saturday, no doubt. Anyway guys, big thank you to all of you. F1 sim games for a custom rim. Well, you know, I need to also see what's the pricing behind it, but I will check them out if I send the Akira back. However, at the same time, Philip Anderson is working on an F1 rim, so I definitely promise to give his one a shot. And to be entirely honest, I do not need three separate F1 rims in that regard. So yeah, we'll see. There will be solutions. It's just a matter of time rather than a matter of if. Ah, coming too wide here. Beck's a 3D printer, that's all I need. Well, I've been fascinated by them, and I feel like a total retard, to be honest, in CAD works and 3D works and creations and shit. So I kinda haven't looked into getting a 3D printer just yet. But I'm generally amazed at what's possible with those. Yeah, I hear you there. I hear that, Paul. Oh dear, now it gets tricky. Paul Stalker and Paul Hold. Now I can't say Paul anymore. For God's sake, guys. How big is the eventuality that two people pop in with 50 live viewers having the same name? Well, however big that is, it happened. So Paul Hall, thank you for joining us, and in that regard, Paul Stalker, yes, I hear you, and I can completely understand him. But at the same time, you know, I have to deal with this each and every day at work as well. No matter how frustrated you might be with one of your customers, he's the king. He gives you the money, he decides. I'm sorry, I can't see what that link is for the Grabagon, but I may check it out later.
46.96.
You get yours 3D printed, but what is it about stability? I mean, also about the printing process and everything. You know, people do so many things with 3D printers and getting some kind of, you know, IT hardware out of it. I'm like, guys, it's a 3D printer. It just prints plastic into a certain form. So how can it really be used that well? That is something I really do not understand. Maybe also because I haven't dealt with it too much. But this boom of 3D printers is very interesting, to say the least. Yeah, Robin, the car is very planted considering the bumps here around Sebring. That is very true. E-Reese, I hope that is spelled right. Yes, I do use OBS, and I do use Streamlabs or Streamlabels for all the little gadgets, all the little GIFs. And one of that little GIF was just played a good minute ago from Old Fart Racing for donating €2. Thank you so much, man, I appreciate that. That's also great support. Oh, you guys are really killing it again. The way you guys support me is just so awesome, and I can't even ask for that. I'm so happy. That's for sure.
That
Very
was a
grateful here.
147.54.
Just print the base, okay. Well, and then I'm like in full retard with electronics, wiring and all that kind of stuff, so I would need to give it external again, and then it's like costly RF again. Paul, I thought you were going in the GT3 anyway for Sebring, isn't it? Oh, old fart, I won't disappoint you. Surely my streams will be going live each and every time, and I'm very happy for all the people stopping by, and if they just stop by and say hi and then say have to go again. Ah, not for VEC. There is you also go in again with the LMP2 car there. Well, I'm showing you too much already then, man. Ah, no. Throwing away, good lap here at Sunset. Damn.
The lap was a 147.11.
Yeah, you never know, Paul. You never know. I remember one guy I raced together in F1 WRL. That is like a good 8 or 9 years ago. I was beating that guy generally often then, and back then I did not really care too much about setups and information to be shared or not be shared. Well, back in the day, I didn't really see him as a threat, and I don't mean that in a respective way, but on a day-to-day business, to beat me in a race, there was a lot of things that needed to be happen. However, I just found out the guy is still doing racing, and he's on iRacing only, but he has much bigger I rating, he's much bigger safety rating, and I just saw him beating me in a race. So, and that's the proven point, you know. A guy that might be Division 4 today might be Division 1 tomorrow, and I might actually face him on track. I mean, okay, I could... you could now say, okay, why are you doing Simracing Academy and coaching then? Because that applies to literally every of your customer. True. But maybe I want that, you know. There will be that day coming where I'm sort of retiring from competitive racing. Not because I would be competitive anymore on a skill level, but you know, when family kicks in, when life kicks in, when your age kicks in, it will be that point of day, and until that, you know, I enjoy racing, and it's very important that you also try to find the youth and the younger people have an interest in sim racing, trying to grow. I mean, no doubt, as of right now, most of my customers are probably the age like me or a little older. And they have the money to spend on it, that's for sure. But at the very same time, you see Max Cotton sitting here. And a Max Cotton driver is an actual professional drifter, and he's just 13 years old and is about to start exploring more into sim racing. Is practicing drifting on Assetto Corsa. So you know, there's a potential, and there is also a possibility for me to do something else when I have retired from competitive sim racing. But I mean, that doesn't mean I will ever retire from standard sim racing. Just in that regard. And I'd like to welcome on the stream Abgefahren here from Germany, another streamer, also that is doing a lot of sim racing, very much dedicated. So servus to you there, abgefahren. Welcome. Max Cotton, that's actually enough having a GoPro and vlog in for YouTube. Actually, you can connect the GoPro to a PC, put on OBS, and being fine and ready for streaming. As far as I'm aware, there's plenty of material you need. Oh dear, Sven Alterman, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you guys. What's wrong with you today? It's just, you guys make me so much smiling, and the love I receive here is very overwhelming, and I'm so grateful for this. Can't really find any other words than that. Appreciate it all, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, why shall I stop running over that? It drags me nicely around the corner if hit nice. Don't you think? I could also say stop being just faster than me and just go my pace so I have a chance. Abgefahren. Thank you definitely for joining in. What's your next program? What's your next big event? Is there anything, any big programs planned where I could do some promotion to you? Let me know.
That was a 140.
Yeah, I know. It drags me nicely towards the sky, but at that moment I'm corner cutting in a legit way, you know. But just so it's you know, I'm gonna brake around the corner, just go around that curb, go around that curb. You happy with that? Is that your preferred line? Danny Tard, that might have to do with our LMP2 car being forced to be on the high downforce set, so on the high drag setup. That generates a little bit more downforce and therefore has increased grip, which of course makes you carry more speed through the corner. Beyond that, if you touch a little bit of braking during the corners, the weight will dance on the front. That means downforce being put on the front tires, and that will nicely pull you around the corners, trust me. Too many bloody Germans. Too many bloody Germans. Oh, Yanni, what do you do about that bump? That also pulls you nice into the sky, but I can't find a way around it as it's not marked.
That was a 147.46.
Oh, it's interesting. No, reading too much chat here. Apologize. What you think so far on Assetto Corsa Competizione abgefahren? Because I was generally impressed with the sim for the first 2 or 3 pre-beta releases. But the 4th and the 5th deploy, they really disappointed me, and that's also a reason why I haven't touched the 6th release that has just happened on Monday just yet. Have you had a touch on it already, how you like it? Oh yeah, no, you have no clue. Don't tell me. I'm sure you have. But just hide it for the chats, and we speak about that later. How do you get the video in the corner of the screen? Yes, that is OBS, the streaming software. There you can crop the footage that's been produced by your camera and put it somewhere on the screen. And then you capture your screen and you capture, well, whatever you want to capture. And then you just put it on the screen. Christos. Oh, I'm so happy I'm not driving this with the LMP3. So I hear the bump, I felt the bump, but I didn't see it.
The lap was a 1:47.4.
Yeah, Robin. In VEC you were forced to run the high downforce package. Still didn't prevent me from going off. Damn, I ruined my stint. And that literally with just 5 laps to go in it. Dang. So the second one that says build 6 is a step in the right direction. What do you think is the biggest area they still need to work on? As we are preparing for box. Just not right now, but in some other lap. To me, ACC has also a weird structure of beta releases, to be honest. It's not just Michal, I think they'd rather be happy if they thought about that beforehand, where they put 7, 8 and 9. But let's face it, for now, there's going to be a straight release.
The lap was a 1:49.74.
Oh, look at that, we can do a nice turn 1. That's good to see indeed. .411 Jamie, hey there, how you doing? Oh, what kind of features they deactivated in that regard? Because that's interesting. Because Simracing's law features whatsoever. I see. So anyone, if you're interested in some high quality and with big diversity streams going on, check out the Abgefahren community. So feel free to tip the triple right dots on the right hand side of the name of Abgefahren exclamation mark and check out his channel there. Very interesting content indeed, and also very educational with a lot of fun. Also I think he has far over 30,000 subscribers, so definitely a sign for quality and worth a watch. If you're interested, guys, head over and check him out. Yep, Jamie, I'm going to prepare also for the Studio 397, 12 hours of Sebring. So March is going to be, not March, March is the month of 12 hours of Sebring everywhere, pretty much. So you guys say they have more hot fixes to do. Well, I think I just believe you guys. Alright, Max, see you there. Have some fun. Yeah, too much 12-hour stuff coming on. That is so damn true. The 12 hours of Sebring and iRacing almost felt somewhat endless, and well, 1 week afterwards I'm just sitting here doing them again in rFactor 2. Hillbilly man, lots of work to do with ACC. They better postpone the 1-0 a little. That's what I heard a lot as well, and I basically agree with you. I'd love to see one game being released on date without any issues, without any further, oh, we need to fix this. I will be very interested about that broadcast mode anyway, so what they are planning, what they are doing, and how this affects the entire sim there, you know.
That was a 1:47.01.
I'm also not going to do Bathurst because, for the well obvious reasons, I would only get butthurt if I did Bathurst, you know. Altamont, I got also 8 hours of Silverstone coming up, I think next month in April, so we're kind of sitting in the same boat there. Michal, you didn't see to get the Motec from Assetto Corsa Competizione. Do they have Motec support? Oh. Yeah, Paul, we all got too much going on, isn't it? It's also what my boss sometimes said, there's too much going on, but you sometimes have to handle it. Forgot to box. Riverside? I'm not kinda sure what you're referring to there. Brakes. Oh, that stupid bump. That kills me in the race as well. No, I have not heard about the Motec support yet, but I just got kinda triggered and interested because I would pretty much be interested to see how good this simulation works in that regard, definitely, as with Motec support, what you can get out of it. In the meanwhile, we're going for our second stint here. And we're going to check out shopping mall now, Riverside. I need to check that out. Anyway, we're off for the second stint. I'm not sure if I do that completely, but definitely just want to go out, do some little more running here. A little bit more feel. The last couple of slides have been bad though for the tires, so I will definitely pay that and feel that in the second stint. Are they automatically stored there, Jeremy? The Motec files, or do you need a plugin for ACC? I think they will fix that, Jeremy. I think that's on their plan, on their list then. Select the number of laps to be recorded. Interesting. Can you also set them to like record every lap? Because otherwise I know I'm gonna be the first guy that somehow accidentally misses to tick the box or give in the correct numbers of laps. I will need to check out Assetto Corsa Competizione then pretty soon. You know, the thing about Assetto Corsa Competizione yet is I did not feel the physics to be as real as I thought they would be. Or, well, what means as real? I've never driven a GT3 car, but the cars feel... they feel so weird and so different. They even feel arcadey compared to other sim titles. And could someone still tell me if the glitch of ABS still exists? The one that is when you like, you know, you just hammer down the brakes and turn the wheel and the car magically turns around while still decelerating around hairpins, let's say. Can use that really good in turn 1 for Hungaroring, for example. Danielle Brambilla brought me up to that one. And I'd like to thank Group C so much for subscribing here to the channel. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy it as we do more chatting rather than proper testing. But you know, we're going in the endurance mode. It is very important that you sort of drive like a machine. Just put down the laps each and every time of the same quality. That should be rewarding in the end. So that's what we are on about here. The Watkins Glen is very good from him, that's for sure. I've tested that one. Danielle, not that you've seen it being fixed, so it still exists. Alright guys, you know what? What about we do an Assetto Corsa Competizione release build? Actually, Danielle, you wanted to put up a server in it, right? How about Monza and pick whatever car you want and you do some running in free practice just for half an hour or something? If you set that up, I'm gonna shut down the stream here and we're gonna be back live on Assetto Corsa Competizione. How about that? Jeremy, I think that is exactly the same problem that Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa 1, I want to call it, had. The way the tires behave once they are getting a little warmer or a little too hot, and how long they keep their heat actually. That is a little of an issue, I think. I shall don't forget to turn the mirrors down. Okay. Thanks for information. Yeah, my machinery will probably get killed when trying to do that. and you will get a stream with 40 FPS, and I will be very sorry about that. But with a 970 GTX, that is literally as much as I can do. Yeah, true, single car on track really should not be a problem, but we're not talking about single car on track. Right now we're talking about single car off track. Yeah. Hillbilly man, that is exactly what I'm trying to do right now. That is also why you see a cheeky donation counter down in the bottom in the link in the description of the video. You also find out what I want to upgrade. And if you check out my Patreon program, you also find a status of what has been upgraded, which is nothing effectively yet. However, you can see an OSW being standing stationary at the back. We also have the F1 rim located in the box here. So pedal wise, we're going for Husingfeld sprint pedals once they accept orders again. For an alloy rig, I'm going for a SimLab one. So yeah, there's stuff going on. Kawa Gomez, hey there, how you doing? Thank you for joining from Facebook. And also Mirko Zipola, thank you for joining from Italy. How you doing? How you guys say there? Ciao, 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 right? Something like that. You use a do-it-yourself rim, is that what you say? Woohoo! Single car on track here this time around. Great stuff. Yeah, Philip. The setup is as sick as I am arguing with a girlfriend about it. So of course, it has to be worth the pain. Okay, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to get it done, really.
That was a 1:47.41.
Come on. What was that for lap time? Dang. Yeah, hillbilly man. That is exactly it. I mean, I would not need to upgrade for something average in that regard because I'll be pretty blunt about it. Equipment doesn't make you faster. It just accesses you enables you to access more of your skills, more of your possibilities by getting more detailed feedback, and then you're gonna be able to put something bigger out of what you get. And you know, if the input is more into your arms and into your brain, then the output can be higher if you're able to process it. That's what I'm aiming for, and that is also the reason, you know, upgrading from a G25 to a Thrustmaster is a little step, but if you pay the big money and that get the big equipment, the big hardware, that's probably the maximum step possible. And since we're aiming for the maximum, we're going for it. So that is exactly the direction. And in that regard, and this is also why I'm so frustrated about the F1 wheel, I'm not satisfied with anything but the best in that regard, or but one of the best. I mean, there is tons of possibilities to choose meanwhile in Simracing for equipment and hardware. So yes, Danielle, I thought Monza, I think we should have a look into that track, as it is part of the new content. And also feel free to give the server information and stuff out to the community if they want to join and be with us on the stream. That will be absolutely fine. Philip, your server has stopped reacting? Or your girlfriend has stopped reacting? Yeah, exactly, Sven. Monza and Carve are my choice. That would be great. I will definitely pick the Huracan, as I love the sound of the Huracan so much. I'm hoping forwards to have big precision in the arms from the OSW, definitely. Yeah, Hilly Billy man, that is exactly what I do with machinery, you know. If I get a gaming PC, I want to make sure it's been sufficient and strong enough to survive the gaming industry without further upgrades for at least the next 2 or 3 years. Because if I start doing, you know, upgrade each and every part, that is, you start over the processor, then you need a new motherboard with a new processor if you stick it to Intel. Then you go on with RAM, and then you put the first GPU, then the second GPU, then you need a solid state drive, and then you need a new power supply. Then you go for the next bigger CPU, which needs a new MOBO again, and that needs a new RAM again. And you know what? Fuck off. Take my 5,000 euros, get me a machine, and be fine for 3 years. 5,000 euros is just an over-exaggerated price for that, but just to make sure what I mean. Ah, I see, Philip. Yeah. Some girlfriends are really smart and stop reacting to it, and I know that mine is very smart so far, so I receive a rant each and every month, but happily not more often than that. Yeah, exactly. Mine understood that already as well, and it's very important. Hillbilly, yeah, Hillbilly man, that is exactly the same reason here. I'm not getting sick from the Generation 1 VR glasses, but I consider them being so overtaken with the V2 coming out at some point, or the Gen 2 coming out, that yeah, you won't be able to sell your Gen 1 for a reasonable price, and at the same time you're not going to be happy with your blurry glasses then. So I'm definitely going to wait till Generation 2 comes out.
The lap was a 1:47.73.
Yeah, Philip. Actually, that is the same demand here, and she meanwhile got mad at me for spending all the money I received by donations here for the rig again, rather than put something aside. But that is just, you know, that is why this donation counter is in place. So of course, on there, unless there's like some emergency or something, all the money that's been donated here gets straight away planned into the rig and put back into the show. You know, can always try to save up some funds afterwards. Oh dear, I'm being so blunt today. It's that's not me actually. Yeah, exactly. I'll need OP CPU, GPU anyway to fulfill my needs here. On a side note though, this actual computer shall remain the streaming PC. I got a capture card lying in the back there on the board. Just waiting for get put into the PC once the gaming machinery is in here and being placed on the rig. So, there you go. Choose cheaper coffee. That is pretty cheap coffee anyway. Don't slip into the wall. I keep fucking up the laps so badly.
That lap was a 1:48.10.
If you get the best, I'll be pretty disappointed for gaming. What you mean there exactly, Sermont? That is an interesting view, definitely. Yeah, thank you, man. I hear you. Well, my mom used to have Nespresso coffee, so that was, you know, the cream of that coffee. So damn good. But you know, at the end of the day, that coffee is not only bad for our ecologic system, for the environment. That thing is pricey as fuck for like no satisfaction reason, or no there's no equivalent behind it, you know. One cup of coffee of Nespresso is costing you 37 cents here in Germany. If I go to Senseo and put a pet in, that costs me even 16 or 17 cents per pet. And if I put a standard filter coffee in it, or beans, and let them be hit small in pulver, you know what? That is costing like 8 or 9 cents per cup. So just having one Nespresso capsule is like 4 or 5 times the price, and even more badly to the environment. So think about it. That's how I rate Nespresso coffee.
That was a 1:48.10.
Oh yes, Emont, very true. There is so much components that is like preferred for the office thing compared for the rendering thing and whatnot. I need to do something about these FPS here, it's a joke. I knew that the track was pretty dependent, but when we did the GT3 racing on it, it was absolutely fine. However, today didn't really convince me.
That was a 1:47.88.
Ow. Woohoo! Twiggy, how you doing, man? Appreciate your time. What you say? Prepare for more input lag when racing ACC. Even at 100 FPS I have a little more input. Yeah. That is the worst thing actually in ACC right now. I have even turned off VSync and even harming the quality of the stream even more, but still have this input lag going on in Assetto Competizione. It is so massive on the hardware, it's insane. Hey there, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, it's always deactivated for the sake of it. But sometimes I do not even know what to do and still have the input lag. Even lately I feel it in rFactor to become an issue.
That lap was a 1.
Yeah, I'm also fine, thank you.
28.21.
Any further progress on testing with the dumpers after the Simracing Academy video? So I want to do a little promotion here to Kevin, who has done an awesome job. On Monday we had an episode of Simracing Academy, so I was coaching him in a Formula Renault 3.5 and we were only working on the dumpers of the car, so we didn't change anything else, only work on the dumpers to do the balancing. A very educational video there, and not often I like saying such, but we were over 2 hours working on dumpers, explaining dumpers, showing how they work, and I've uploaded the video already to my library, and it will come out as a live premiere next week, live here on my channel. Most likely going to be the Tuesday next week, 6 PM CET. I'm gonna publish it live here. And yeah, I can only encourage you guys, if you want to know more on dumpers, how dumpers work, how they react and affect the car, how they cooperate and work on the spring and your suspension, then check out that video. It's not fulfilled with drawings or anything, but as we're really just talking about springs, dumpers, car behavior, physical tasks and physical effects of the dumpers, also to be seen graphically a little, to say the least. I'm not saying you will be a master of dumpers after watching that video, but I'm pretty sure, and I might call on this, or might be called out on that one, I have done something very wrong in those 2 hours if you say, nah, I didn't learn anything. Brackets open, if you have literally a minor knowledge about dumpers, brackets closed. Of course, if you are a technical engineer, then you probably won't learn too much, maybe. But then I would still encourage you to watch it and afterwards call me and say, hey dude, you have no idea what you're talking about, and give me some feedback. That would be great and really appreciate it. Beyond that though, I can really, yeah, would be very happy to see you guys in that live premiere, and I can encourage you and almost promise you that you will learn something if you stay connected for the full 2 hours. Because there will be things, you know, we will go with a very extreme on the dumpers, and you will see some things that will in the video explain itself, like what happens if the car gets a shock from the road, how do dumpers react, how do soft dumpers react, how do hard dumpers react, what do they do, what do they do with the balance. Kevin has done an awesome job there, literally, and he was a very good student, I want to call him, to be able to show the effects of dumpers and actually make him improve, make him get some awareness. I'm currently writing his consultancy report for that, so that he can, beside the video, just look up some things in detail. So there's lots of stuff happening. And of course, if you're interested in having a Simracing Academy run, feel free to mail me at simracing@michi-hoyer.com and tell me your car of choice, tell me your track of choice and your simulation, what you want to work on. Give me your dates, when you are available. Give me some background information on you, what you want to do, achieve, where is your issue located, what is the area you definitely want to work on. And then we get on going, finding some appointments and yeah, have some improvement together. So meanwhile, my lap times are dropping again thanks to the fuel load coming off. That is great. So more questions. Yeah, Kevin, really, you've done an awesome job actually starting to feel the effects of dampers in the setup we used. Now every car reacts a little different on the dampers, that needs to be said as well. And I'm pretty sure it takes you very long to really fully fiddle in and fully understand
The lap
dampers in
was
that
a
regard. But you've done an awesome
1:47.52.
job making me able to display what dampers do, and really while you drive I could explain very easily what was going on in the car, what was being caused by dampers and whatnot. So that is big honor to you. You have played a major role in making that outcome of the video possible and out of your session, so really good job there. Unreal 4 engine, socket input latency. Well, pick some other engine then please, Assetto Corsa Competizione. Why haven't you thought about that one? Of course trying to improve it, but yeah, it will be hard. So Sven, you want to do GT3 session at Sebring? That rings a bell. Sure, I'm open for it, and you're always welcome to hit me up there, and we'll find some date. Very gladly working with you together again. Also, we do still have a Simracing Academy session with Sven Leber being presented to you from a GT3 race out of Suzuka. That is entertaining to watch for sure. I also give you dates about that. It's just so much 12 hours of Sebring going on in the next 2 or 3 weeks, including also FSR. It's going to be pretty damn difficult to find a spot where to really like present you something in an accurate time frame, you know, without myself losing too much traction on and focus on what to really work on.
That was a 1:47.6.
Yeah, Kevin, that is very true. That improvement at least is one of the biggest. Yeah, hillbilly man. So I look forward seeing you next Tuesday, 1800 CET. I will schedule the live premiere, and if you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, you definitely get a notification 30 minutes before the live premiere goes live. There will be chat interaction. I will be there to answer questions, and you guys will have the possibility to get into a discussion watching this 2-hour video live. We'll be able to get into discussion with each other, we'll be able to get into discussion with me there, so I can really point you towards that hillbilly man. I would appreciate to see you there. Agreed, Kartcraft is also one of those sims where the input lag is pretty severe. Oh, Kevin, I'm just trying to give back to the community what the community gives to me. Alright, don't fuck up the laps too much, Michi.
That was a 1:48.
Agreed with Philip. Sven, if you still have the choice, don't use the R3. I think you're on the colorway, and I think the colorway shall be a smart pick. Oh, you have to drive the Aston. That is actually a very good pick for Sebring. That car should work very well here. Alright, you guys need to help me on GTR 3. A, is it really announced, or is it just like a theoretical thing? And B, if it is announced, do we know a date? Do we know a beta program or something? Also, is Danielle still here about the Assetto Corsa Competizione server?
That was a 1:47.92.
Lol, YouTuber, what a question. Well, I'm not earning money with Simracing as an esports just yet, therefore the competitions are just too occasional. And the competition on the competitions is insane, so you can't really say you earn money for living there. So occasionally you get a little bit of a surplus. As you can see, earning the money as a streamer is a little more, how shall I say, can't really find a good sentence that sums it up very well and very pointy. Saying streaming and therefore make the sim racing grow is more lucrative. I see, Sven. Don't over-exaggerate it though, guys, if you can't get it done. Well, YouTuber, let's get it that way. While streaming and while being good in sim racing in general, I made myself able to be considered as a sparring partner in Formula 3. So I'm working with a Formula 3, or yeah, last year I worked with a Formula 3 driver from FIA F3 European Championships, and I was driving away every third or fourth weekend to meet the guy and work with him in the simulator, showing him how to drive the tracks, how to maximize his car width when being in wheel-to-wheel racing, do that kind of practice with him. So sim racing and especially streaming got me into that opportunity, and well, therefore you can say I earned some money with sim racing and as an esports. Yes, Yenny, that's true. I mean, I think we can't win the entire pool, but we want to get the majority out of it, that's for sure. Woohoo! So Under, thank you so much for your follow-up on Twitch, appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Alright, we go for a final good lap here. Thank you, the YouTuber.
That was a 1:47.85.
So we focus on one good lap. What can we do out of this car still? As tires are done anyway. So your plan is to be an esports driver for living. Well, what you do, whether you race, what's your age. Those are all the kind of things you need to look at. What is your social media ability? That is important for the current business. So just 4.5 tenths off the pace. I do not think age is important as in terms of skill, but you know, if you, and I don't want to be picky about that, and it could be just a theoretical thought, but if you are an esports team and you look to assign new drivers, and you're looking at 18-year-old, and we're speaking not just for one event, but we're looking into, you know, getting a 3 or 4 year extended deal as we cross the line with 7 tenths off the pace at the end of the second stint. That is definitely interesting. So fuel is empty. If you look for hiring someone into the future, you know, and you have some, don't want to be picky here, all about, well, have a 40-year-old guy, have a 20-year-old guy, both are in the same pace. Whom you gonna pick? Seriously, whom you gonna pick? There might be, of course, like experience and stuff that might all the way be counting towards the 40-year-old guy, but you know, what I experience about the young people, they simply come in a series and don't care whatsoever. They really don't give a damn of what happened beforehand. So, you know, they feel like they can do everything, and I can already tell you guys, I'm becoming 27 this August, and I see the world with an entire different view compared to other drivers. Best example is Martin Stefanko, by the way. He came into ACR and raced with me in FSR late 2016 and entire 2017 season. And I had fights with him in 2017. And I was saying, dude, you're an 18-year-old guy. You need to get your shit together. You need to clear up your mind and start getting adult, you know? He started to do that with development, and right now he's an F1 esports driver at Haas, you know? Back in the day, we were pretty much equal. We were 1-on-1, but he was that tiny notch quicker than me. And he made it to the point where he wanted to be. He made it to the point where he actually been considered as being taken up and drafted. And he's been drafted over people that were a little older and had some good knowledge and maybe also some great personality. But 27 time for pension. Now it's too early for that though. Hey there, Keith. So yeah, but that's actually my point, you know. People or teams are looking very often for very young people as in being easier to market, you know. Don't want to be picky on that one, but not every 40-year-old guy is that good in social media work, which is a key element in esports, definitely. So the YouTuber, if you started 2 months ago, you should, well, you know, keep working, start working, and see where you end up, you know. Very important is to make noise about your results, make noise about your achievements. Pension and free money. The moment I go in pension from streaming and sim racing, I'd stop earning a single pence, I can tell you that. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for right now. So once again, I'm not being picky about age or anything. Please don't get me wrong in that regard. But I think you guys know what I mean. I think you guys know what I want to express with that. And yeah, that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna check out what the guys are doing with the server and whether we're gonna do some short Assetto Corsa Competizione run. Beyond that, guy, I'd like to thank you so much for being here. And that was a final big question. What's your opinion to the RVR challenge? I think you're referring here to Race Room. I need to be honest, I've no real clue because I've not taken part in it. I'm a little bit disappointed of the driving standards in the ADS EGT Masters Esports Championship. Despite they always name it in the mail, you might face each other on the finals. I'm pretty sure there are going to be some fights, that's for sure. So yeah, once again, not want to be picky on it, but driving standards, especially in the second race, have not been the very highest. In Split 2, I know that Suander has been under attack in Split 4, I think, as well. So it's a common thing there. Yeah, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for right now. Thank you so much for being here. If you like what you see, I can only encourage you to subscribe to the channel. On Saturday, 15:45 CET, the stream for the 12-hour of Sebring by VEC will go live. We're going to have the onboard view here from the 102 ACR Zakspeed car. The car just drove here. We now go and do some analyzation of the stream. We now go and do some analyzations of the run. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. This is the Simpid. I'm Michi, and I'll see you guys out on the track.